According to Lieutenant Yenqing's report, he stumbled upon a few suspicious Foxians at Stargazer Navalia. After following them, he...
Looking at him now.
My alchemists detected some... complex ingredients in his remains, which might explain how these Borisin were able to discuss. Simply put, Foxians and Borisin share a common ancestry. Although they look completely different now, there isn't much genetic difference between them.
So, in other words, if they stop taking the medicine,
Indeed. This means that these Borisin have a steady the disciples of Sanctus Medicus. Looks like when I was sorting through the prescriptions they used, I came across one called Semblance Reversion Essence. It's designed to help those disciples suppress signs of their Mara-struck forms and maintain...
They're one and the same.
The medicinal properties and ingredients may differ, but the...
Since ancient times, the Borisin have always sought to have more powerful bodies, regarding the Foxians as weaklings.
If these infiltrators rely on the medicine to maintain their disguise... Here we are. According to the judge, this area is not yet under control, so we should proceed cautiously. I've captured the nature of the medicine in my sensor. By following the medicinal fumes, we should be able to retrace the steps of the disguised Borisin. Incredible.
Such brute strength is not something an ordinary Borisin.
If I may be so bold to ask,
I have lived a bit longer and engaged in a few more battles than you, Miss Lingshaw. To the Alliance, with his strength, Hula united numerous Borisin packs, formed over 7 centuries ago. I followed my mentor on a campaign against the Abomin, even with medicinal pellets that suppress the fear caused by his lupatoxin. Countless Cloud Knights succumbed to panic in the face of his murderous aura. By the end of the battle, only a few of us remain.
If that's the case, why wasn't the beast executed instead of being in prison? On the Xianzhou Jumi, the judges cast those unforgivable and nearly immortal abominations of their so-called immortality is just a facade. I mean, nothing can truly defy death, can it? I just do. But I guess I understand. The people of the Luofu are known for their kindness, even when faced with the malignant.
I understand if you hold grudges against me, Miss Lingshaw. I take the blame for the resurgence of the
I'm just a healer. I'm not familiar with the past.
All right.
Don't let me down. Not bad. Just a little something. Think nothing of it.
Time to cleanse the filth.
Stand still. Not bad.
You're a stubborn one.
There's no backing out now. For me or you. Who's the little backstabber?
Yeah.
Nap time. Relax. Time to say bye. Boom.
Be of your body and mind. Everything in this world is bleeding.
Misery.
Did this Cloud Knight also take the medicine?
No. This is a Borisin in disguise.
All these Borisin are dressed in official attire. Besides, whoever is providing them with official...
I always deliver. That's better.
Ah!
Stand still. Time for a lesson. Time to say bye. Boom. There's no backing out now. For me or you. Who's the little backstabber?
Seriously? When is this war dance going to start?
Is this how long-life species live? Everything proceeds so slowly. The effectiveness of anticipation.
Relax. The Realm Keeping Commission will send boarding notices to all ticket holders. The Gazette said...
I saw the schedule for the first day of the tournament. Can you believe the Ringmaster accepted 4 challenges? And he's just a kid. So, who are you?
I'm betting on neither. I lost all my credits betting on Roboball games in Taikian. This time, I've decided not to rely on probability games to accomplish my target of...
War dance. Here you are. I heard you and Mr. Dan Heng went to meet the judges, and then a riot broke.
There was a revolt in the shackling prison. Fortunately,
I was planning to take Miss March and Yun Li to Stargazer Navalia to see the Sky Splitter up close, but we stumbled upon a group of suspicious Foxians carrying official identities. They were acting strange, so out of curiosity, we decided to follow them. It seems they infiltrated Stargazer Navalia in order to prepare for Hulei's escape. I wonder who provided them with those disguises, and how many more Borisin have taken. Yeah, I heard them too. But I'm afraid I'll have to do... The security of the Luofu is more important to me than anything else. I need to fulfill... Those tourists just want to see some good sword fights. Anyone can participate. The real challenge lies beyond the ring on the Sky Splitter. If we don't capture the fugitives, obviously, there's someone behind the scenes orchestrating this prison break, intending to spread chaos.
Well said. You may be tiny in stature, but your ambition matches that of the Yao Qing's warriors.
Hey, this has nothing to do with my...
Yes, I suggested to Yanqing that we find a place to have a decent meal.
You still have a good appetite, even in the face of disaster. You truly are the Merlin's Claw.
Well, that's not up to me. Dig in. I called you here so you could enjoy the food.
Me? This isn't the time for a leisurely meal, and...
Oh. You'd give me... Ever since you encountered those Borisin spies, you've been so busy that you've hardly eaten anything. You can't defeat Hulei on an empty... Take your time. Enjoy the meal and...
Hulei's whereabouts are still unknown, and they've even taken Mr. Zhao Cho hostage. The longer we wait, the more
Zhao Cho always said I'm the most impatient person among the Cloud Knights. I've fought against Borisin abominations for years, and I know their ferocity and cunning well. The Borisin were clearly well prepared. When facing cunning and ferocious prey, the hunter must be more patient, biding their time to seize the golden chance for a decisive blow. Once Hulei loses his patience...
But when will that...
Like I said, it's a...
General Hua Yan, the Skyfaring Commission has finished its preparations.
Representing the consensus between the Merlin's Claw and the Divine Foresight,
What is the situation at the
Hulei made a quick escape and even sealed the gates of the prison. As of now, the good news is the 2 nameless who were trapped in...
I know I shouldn't use the word great given the...
We've lost contact with... Don't worry, Yuko. Fei Shao is leading the wolf hunt operation.
I have no doubt about General Fei Shao's capabilities, General Hua Yan. I'm more concerned. According to the plan, the ceremony will begin in 6 hours. the Sky Splitter will be activated. But now, with Hulei's whereabouts unknown, everything is filled.
March is right, Grandpa. I heard the escaped prisoner from the shackling prison is...
So, Yunli.
Well... I believe we should declare martial law.
Your plan sounds solid, but unfortunately... The first are the many travelers who have come all the way here for the war dance. If we declare martial law now, it's like declaring the second party is the staff of the Xianzhou Lawfu's 6 commissions. They've invested a lot of resources and manpower into organizing them. But of course, not everyone disagrees. The mastermind behind this incident would fully support your opinion. Hulei's escape and your discovery of Borisin's spies at Stargazer Navalia. The fugitive is just one piece in the game. The one controlling the pieces wants to spread chaos and suspicion among the people on the Lawfu. If we declare martial law and postpone the war dance, we'll fall into their... We'll search for the prisoners while maintaining order on the Lawfu, acting as if nothing has happened.
As if nothing has happened? Yanqing said he'd assist the generals, and now he's nowhere to be found.
That's why I called the two.
General Huaiyan, are you asking me?
You caught on quickly, Miss Ma...
But Miss March is a guest invited by General Jing Yuan, Grandpa. How can an outsider represent the Lawfu in the ring?
Dear child, the Nameless of the Astral Express are renowned throughout the cosmos. It's an honor to have them participate in the ceremony. We can't afford to have any problems during the war dance. I'm entrusting you not only with... Yukong, please explain...
I am sorry for our improper management, and I truly appreciate your assistance, General.
There is no need to apologize. We Cloud Knights fight on the battlefield while you judges punish the criminals. We are two sides. I've grasped the situation of the prison break.
Borisin infiltrated the prison in disguise and released the prisoners. Among the judges on duty in the 4 divisions, Judge Shui from the detention division was killed and is temporarily unavailable. So, I'm taking over her duties and
I and the 2 behind me will go deeper into the...
General, the situation inside is...
It's common for Cloud Knight generals to face danger directly. Hulei has escaped, and the Yaoqing envoy... Not only did the Merlin's Claw offer no reproach, she decided to go after Hulei herself to... How did the infiltrators learn about the location where Hulei was held? And how did they time their plan just before the Finding the answer to these questions shouldn't be too difficult. What truly matters is if...
I understand, but I'm afraid it won't be an easy...
For a long time, this hidden force has been pursuing their own goals and undermining the security of the Lawfu. Backing down now will only encourage them.
The 10 Lords Commission will support your decision with everything we have, General.
Dan Heng and Ling Sha. I'll need...
Well, it's part of my responsibilities as the Cauldron Master.
Let's start with those...
My people have already prepared the evidence. According to Lieutenant Yanqing's report, he stumbled upon a few suspicious Foxians at Stargazer Navalia. After following them, he...
Looking at him now.
My alchemists detected some... complex ingredients in his remains, which might explain how these Borisin were able to discuss. Simply put, Foxians and Borisin share a common ancestry. Although they look completely different now, there isn't much genetic difference between them.
So, in other words, if they stop taking the medicine, they're...
Indeed. This means that these Borisin have a steady the disciples of Sanctus Medicus. Looks like when I was sorting through the prescriptions they use, I came across one called Semblance Reversion Essence. It's designed to help those disciples suppress signs of their Mara-struck forms and maintain.
They're one and the same.
The medicinal properties and ingredients may differ, but the.
Since ancient times, the Borisin have always sought to have more powerful bodies, regarding the Foxians as weaklings.
If these infiltrators rely on the medicine to maintain their disguise. Here we are. According to the judge, this area is not yet under control. So we should proceed cautiously. I've captured the nature of the medicine in my sensor. By following the medicinal fumes, we should be able to retrace the steps of the disguised Borisin. Incredible.
Such brute strength is not something an ordinary Borisin.
If I may be so bold to ask,
I have lived a bit longer and engaged in a few more battles than you, Miss Lingshaw. To the Alliance, with his strength, Hule united numerous Borisin packs, formed over 7 centuries ago. I followed my mentor on a campaign against the abomination, even with medicinal pellets that suppress the fear caused by his lupitoxin. Countless Cloud Knights succumbed to panic in the face of his murderous aura. By the end of the battle, only a few of us remain.
If that's the case, why wasn't the beast executed instead of being in prison? On the Xianzhou, the judges cast those unforgivable and nearly immortal abominations of their so-called immortality is just a facade. I mean, nothing can truly defy death, can it? I just don't. But I guess I understand. The people of the Luofu are known for their kindness. Even when faced with the malignant.
I understand if you hold grudges against me, Miss Lingshaw. I take the blame for the resurgence of the ДИСК.
I'm just a healer. I'm not familiar with the past.
All right.
Don't let me down. Not bad. Just a little something. Think nothing of it.
Time to cleanse the filth.
Stand still. Not bad.
You're a stubborn one.
There's no backing out now. For me or you. Who's the little backstabber?
Yeah.
Nap time. Relax. Time to say bye. Boom.
Be of your body and mind. Everything in this world is bleeding.
Did this Cloud Knight also take the medicine?
No. This is a Borisin in disguise.
All these Borisin are dressed in official attire. Besides them, whoever is providing them with official...
I always deliver.
Time to cleanse the filth.
Just a graze. That's better.
Ah.
Stand still.
Time for a lesson.
Time to say bye. Boom. There's no backing out now. For me or you. Who's the little backstabber?
The Marshal believed that this would be inhumane and no different from what the...
Exactly. While Borisin see moon rage as a blessing that unlocks their true potential, Foxians see it as an inevitable. Why can Borison control the power of Moonrage? Can we Foxians break free from this? Each questioner had good intentions. But to the Foxians of the Yaoqing, Hulei was not only the warhead of the Borison, but all.
That's why the Marshal decided to imprison Hulei and the Luofu.
Because such selfish pursuits in the name of good intentions once led to a tragedy on the Luofu that served as a warning to future generations.
This edition of by imprisoning Hulei and the Xianzhou Luofu, the Marshal both suppressed the dangerous intentions of the Yaoqing Foxians and warned the
That was a necessary trade-off. The Xianzhou alliance is not solely about the Xianzhou natives. Only when all three races, Foxian...
Thank you for enlightening me. Was it for the same reason that you traded off my mentor to the Xianzhou Zhuming?
You said that I couldn't bear to cut out the malignant tumor within the Alchemy Commission. But instead exiled. But did your mentor tell you her good intentions led her to perform certain healing arts on Dan Heng?
What did you just say?
She believed that restoring the High Elder's knowledge of his past life would allow the Videodora to resume their duty as the guardians of the Ambrosial Arbor. But just as I mentioned earlier, the road to catastrophe is always paved with good intentions.
If that's the case,
Quite the contrary.
Thanking me.
All I ever want is to have a clear conscience. However, can long-life species truly achieve that goal in their And now, with the complicated situation in the Alchemy Commission, the Alliance has
Your eloquence is indeed impressive, the Divine Force. But let me make it clear. The Alliance sent me here to handle the business impartially. No.
It doesn't matter which side you choose, Miss Ling Shaw. At the end of the day.
These Mara-struck soldiers...
How can you tell?
These soldiers are fully armed.
The messenger named Moza did say that there were two groups of attackers. And the other attackers...
Hide their trap.
Exactly. I've engaged with these attackers before.
You once warned me to be cautious of the Videodora Elder's influence within the Alchemy Commission.
What's on your mind, Miss Lynch?
Well, it seems that someone provided the attackers with a map of the shackling prison. And additionally, the fact that the Borison need medicine to disguise themselves would suggest that there are still moles within the moreover. Forging official identities for the undercover Borson would require someone with significant and presence of assassins capable of using cloud him magic deepens my... But why would the Videotter collude with the Borson and Aiden?
They aim to spread chaos. Since this edition of Imbibe de Lune, the once proud dragon race has been powerless.
However, I don't think the Preceptors are the true masterminds. If I'm not mistaken, the one behind all this treachery is the Lord Ravager who exploited the weaknesses.
Please remember, General, that everything I've mentioned is mere speculation. We need concrete evidence for a public trial. If you want to interrogate someone with...
So, what's your plan?
I'll send an invitation. The Preceptors have been inviting me for a personal meeting since my arrival on the Lafu. Now, I'll send them the remains of these Mara struck. I'd like to hear their
Good idea. If I were to take action, it might alert the true mastermind. And don't worry if things don't go smoothly.
Speaking of the wolf hunt operation, I'm truly worried about the Yaoqing messenger who was taken hostage. May Rainbow's blessing keep him safe.
As I said, I'm a healer. But my art of healing requires the culinary art. The magic of my cauldron is its ability to make all kinds of medicines into dishes that patients can eat. When
Delicacy. But
Well, you have a point. Let me ask you this.
Stuff the kid's mouth with the green peppers and...
You have quite the sense of humor. I've heard that you, Borison, have lost many of your taste buds during the self-modification process. So you can't experience complex...
It's a shame I don't have any green peppers right now. Otherwise...
I'm just kidding. The answer is quite simple. Chop up the peppers and mix them with minced...
Can I just boil your tongue in this hot pot? You said that Jin Liu recently returned to the Lafu, right? Well, do you really think you can delay our departure by You see Borison as savages who know nothing about the Xianzhou. But in fact, we know... The more hope you hold in your heart, the greater your pain will be when death comes.
His composure is only a temporary...
Lord Hule!
Oh, you pathetic Foxians. For thousands of years, we were the one... But it's all right. As long as you...
Run away, you said? The Borison's era has long passed. Did they ever tell you these... Now they're being crushed by the Merlin's claw of the Yaoqing. By a Foxian. They're hiding in remote corners.
The Merlin's claw of the Yaoqing.
He isn't lying. That lowly beast was a war slave who ran away.
And she bested you, Mock Talk. Fairness is but a pathetic excuse for the dead and defeated.
In our darkest hours, it was a prophet of the Master of Immortality.
This prophet?
The prophet made this proclamation. The Borison have been divided for too long, and only your return can unite all the paths. And the prophet told us that the Foxian general of the Yaoqing would take you to her ship during the Lafu's war day.
Even if you managed to set Hule free, you'd...
We've already prepared our ships.
Once the news about the prison break spreads, the Cloud Knights will close all the ports.
Let me kill this unruly, lowly beast, Lord Hule! I assure you that right now, everyone in the Lafu is distracted by the stupid war dance. So this will be the perfect chance to...
Perfect chance? To return to my weak and shattered pack at the mercy of a ridiculous false prophet. And become a mere puppet and listen up. A wolf never allows itself to become prey. Since you are so confident that the Cloud Knights will close the ports, Jouch...
Wait.
But my lord!
Would an alpha wolf ever listen to...
No, I've never heard anything like that.
I'm offering you a once in a... You will come back.